Yes, okay. All right, so how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good to hear. Okay, and what did you do today?
Yes, I eat dinners.
Yes, you ate dinner, and after that,
We
mhm,
study.
and studied. Okay, how about in the morning? What did you do?
Mm.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes,
Okay, what did you do in the morning?
I eat breakfast
Okay, eat
and
breakfast and
and study.
study. Okay, so you mean to say you are just at home, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyways, today we are going to continue to study your book. So just wait for a while. Let me share it with you, okay?
Hey.
Yeah, so please wait for a little while. Okay, and I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so here it is. Just wait. Okay, there you go. Can you see your book?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now, this time, let's talk about discovering museums. Okay. So let's talk, all right, about the two museums here. Which is the oldest thing in the text? Okay. So I want you to read the letter A part. Okay, please read. The National
The National Museum of
Anthropology.
Anthropology in Mexico City has the largest,
Largest.
largest collection of
Ancient.
ancient Mexican place in the world. In
23.
23 gallery.
Okay.
In the museum, you can have wonderful exhibit of art, culture, the
Culture.
culture, the artists live in Central Mexico and do a great part
Okay.
of it
In the 14th, 15th,
15th
and 16th centuries
century. One of
of the
the most
famous
famous exhibit in the museum is the sandstone. It was the calendar of the artist. Another important habit is the
exhibit. Again,
map
exhibit.
of the Zapotec.
Yes.
They live in the south of Mexico, and Visa is about
2,000 years old.
2,000 years old.
Okay, so let's stop that one. Okay, first, okay, let's discuss on the first museum. It's called, what is it called? National. Okay, what is it called? It's National Museum of
Museum of
Anthropology. Okay, that's the
anthropology.
okay, and it's in Mexico City. So it is, yes, the largest collection of ancient Mexican pieces in the world. So in 23 galleries, in the museum, you can also find wonderful exhibits of Aztec culture. That's what their culture is called. So when we say Aztecs, they live in the central Mexico and also ruled a great part of it in the 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries. So those types or those years. So one of the famous exhibits in the museum is the, what do you call this one? Yes, that is what we call the sandstone. Okay, this is the most famous in the museum. So it was the calendar of the Aztecs. Okay, so when we say the calendar, they will determine or they will know what day it is. Okay, just by the sunstone. Okay, and another important exhibit is the mask of Zapotecs. This one too, Zapotecs. Okay, so they live in the south of Mexico, and this mask is about 2,000 years old. Okay, so that is way, way older. All right. Okay, so that's the first museum. Now let's talk about the second one. Okay, please read. Yes, please read. The Egyptian.
Museum in Cairo
Okay.
is the most famous museum in Egypt. It has a
Huge.
collection of more than
120,000.
120,000
Exhibits.
and
And there is
and there is a
royal mummy room with 27. Yes, 27 mummies.
27 mummies.
When an important person died in ancient
Egypt, people
treated
the body
with chemicals,
food and
wrapped it in bandages.
With their mummy to give the dead people something to eat and wear
Next
in
slide.
their last life. The most important
Exhibit
exhibit in the museum is the one mask of the Egyptian king
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun, who lived about 200,000
700 years ago.
years old.
Okay, so yes, that is for the Egyptian Museum. So again, the museum is called Egyptian Museum, and it is in Cairo. That is a place, okay, where we can see this Egyptian Museum. It is the most famous museum in Egypt. Okay, and it has a huge collection. When we say huge, it means large. Okay, so this is a picture of their museum. Okay, so it's just in the picture, but if you are in there, it's so large, it's huge. Okay, and it has 120,000 exhibits. It means a lot, right? A lot.
Yes.
Mhm. And there is also a royal mummy room. That means we have 27 mummies. Do you know what are mummies?
No.
Oh, you're not okay. So just like in the movie, like I'm not sure if you know some Egyptian movies. Mhm. Okay, so this one, mommy exhibit. Okay, try to search that one. You will see pictures too. Okay, so you will see pictures of mommy exhibits. Mhm. Yes. So these mummies are very important person died in ancient Egypt. So people treated the body with chemicals and they also wrapped it in bandages. Okay. And the Egyptians also put food and jewels with their mummies to give the dead people something to eat and wear in their next life. Okay, that's what they believe. All right. And the gold mask of the Egyptian king, this one. Can you see this? Yes, this one.
Cô cho em làm đi các em. Làm theo lời bố mẹ đi.
Yes. Can you see the picture? This one. This is the gold mask of the Egyptian king. His name is Tutankhamun. He lived about 2,700 years ago. Okay, so that's it for the two museum that we discovered. First, we have the National Museum and the Egyptian Museum. Now, the question is, which is the oldest thing in the text? Which do you think is the oldest? Is it the National Museum or the Egyptian Museum? Okay, which do you think is the oldest among the two?
Is the Egyptian.
Correct. It's the Egyptian Museum. Very good. Okay. Now let's try to match the photos with the museums. Okay, so let's try to match. You just have to put A or B. Okay, if it's letter A, okay, if we can find this things in the museum. Okay, let's begin in number 1. Which museum can we find this picture? This is an example of a mummy. Okay, which one is it? A or B? Number 1.
Is picture two.
So letter B, this one?
Letter B.
Correct.
Letter B is one.
Okay, very good. So I'll put here letter B. That's correct. This is
Letter
an example.
is A. Letter 2 is B.
Oh, no, number 2 is A. Yeah, yes. Number 3 is
B.
B. Number 4 is
B.
Are you sure?
It is A.
Yeah, that is the sandstone where they will know. Correct. Okay, where they will know what time or what day is it. So using the sandstone, the Aztec people knows what time or what day is it. Okay, so very good. That's the photos that we can see of those museums. All right, now let's proceed to complete the table about the museums. Okay, so let's try to go for letter A. Letter A, what is the name of the museum in the story or in the passage? Do you remember? What's the name of the museum in A? A picture. Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of the museum in A? Yes. In the picture here, what's the name of the museum? First, the National Museum. Okay, and what is the location? The place.
Is Egypt.
Are you sure? Is it in Egypt? Oh, letter B. Okay.
Yes.
Egyptian Museum. Okay, but we'll answer letter A first, okay? A first,
Okay.
before B. Okay, what is the place or the location? Which city or country is National Museum?
In Mexico.
Mexico City, correct. And what is the famous collection which you can find there?
The sandstone.
Sandstone. Any other? It's just the only one? I guess they mentioned
The Aztec.
Aztec. Oh, Aztecs are the person or are people. They were people. Yeah. That's their culture. That's not the collection. Yeah. Okay, let's go back, all right, for you to refresh, okay? Famous collection, which you can find there. What's the famous collection? Okay, try to find it.
Culture.
Okay, Aztec culture.
Yes.
Okay. So has exhibits about this ancient culture. That's Aztec culture. How about the famous exhibits which you can see there? What's the famous exhibit that you can see outside? What is this called?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is this called? There is a name of this exhibit. What is it?
Is Aztec culture.
Sorry, can you please repeat? Yeah, it is the mask of the correct. Okay, the mask. Okay, mask of the Zapotecs. Okay, what about, okay, let's go to the Egyptian Museum. Where is the location? Or what country?
In America.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I guess it's a city. Yeah, it's a city in Egypt. What is it? Yes, it's Cairo. Okay.
Cairo.
Correct. Okay. And what is the famous collection which you can find there? Famous.
Is Egyptian.
Egyptian what? It's the Royal Mummy Room, right?
Royal Mummy.
Yes. So Royal Mummy Room. And has exhibits about this ancient culture. Has exhibits about this ancient culture. Who has the exhibits? The Egyptian, right?
Yes, Egyptian.
Okay, and the famous exhibit which you can see there is this one. What is it called? No, it's not. It's not a jewel. When you say jewel, it's the one that they wear or they wore. Okay.
Is Egyptian king.
Yes, that's the person's name. Okay, but we have this so-called, it's the most famous or important exhibit in the museum, which is the gold mask. Okay, because it is made up of gold, so we say gold mask. All right. Okay, so these are some of the information about the two the two most discovered museum in the world. So we have National Museum and the Egyptian Museum. Okay, do you have any questions? Or you don't? You don't have any questions? You understand the lesson?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Okay, that's great. So now we will now proceed to the next part, okay, which is asking and giving answers. So you have to take note. For example, do you know a museum? Let's say you can also name names of the museum in your country or any museums that you know. Do you know a museum? Yeah, any museum that you know. And what museum is it? Yes. Do you know?
Integrated Science Museum.
Okay. Yes. What is that museum?
In Buenos Aires.
Wow, Buenos Aires.
Yes.
And okay, that favorite exhibits there are music gallery. Okay, so this is for Lucia. This is her work. So the museum that she knows is Interactive Science Museum. And where is it? It's in Buenos Aires. And the favorite exhibit is the music gallery. Now it's your turn, okay? Can you try it? How about you? Do you know a museum? What name is it? What's the name of the museum that you know? Okay.
This is the Egyptian
Egyptian?
Museum.
Okay, Egyptian Museum.
In Cairo.
Cairo.
Is Gomez.
Gold mask. Okay. All right. So these is the only museum that you know. Any other museum? Is that all? No other museums? Is that all? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now this is the sentence when you tell in the class, Lucia knows the Interactive Science Museum in Buenos Aires and her favorite exhibits are in the music gallery. Okay, so now you are going to make that sentence, okay, next time, all right? So I'll give you that one as your assignment or a homework, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so no questions? Do you understand? Yes, you do. Okay, that's great. So, well, thank you so much for your time and see you again. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.